Well, that's news to me.
Governor, I'd like to ask you about what's going on in Seattle. There's this thing called the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. What's your thought on that? The fact that the protesters have taken that over and not allowing people to come and go freely? Regarding the National Guard.
Well, that's news to me, so I'll have to reserve any comment about it. I have not heard anything about that.
That's news to me.
Governor Inslee, the first question is going to go to you. Nearly 2 days after demonstrators took over an area outside the Seattle Police Department's East Precinct, dubbing it an autonomous zone, you claimed not to know about it, despite it being the subject of nonstop local and national news coverage, despite it trending nationwide on Twitter.
That's news to me.
What should voters make of the fact that you were apparently oblivious to police abandoning an entire precinct in the state's largest city? You have 1 minute, 15 seconds.
Yeah, well, listen.
That's news to me.
If you look at the facts of that situation, I could not have been oblivious to it because I actually deployed the Washington State National Guard.
Sir, then why did you say you did not know about it?
You'll have to go back and look at some quote. I can't comment on the quote right now, but
Well, that's news to me, so I'll have to reserve any comment about it. I have not heard anything about that.
I can tell you that what we did is to respond when cities, and the cities, of course, are the ones responsible for their initial security, and we support the cities.
That's news to me.
And when they asked us to send the National Guard, we responded promptly, and we sent the National Guard, I believe in the hundreds. When they asked for assistance from the Washington State Patrol, our Washington State Patrol went.
In fact, the Washington State Patrol was ready, and I had cleared this decision. And when the decision was made by the city to bring back
That's news to me.
So it's clear that we did provide support as appropriate. But this is a very frustrating situation, I'll tell you why. We had tens of thousands of people peacefully protesting, tens of thousands of people marching without breaking windows, without starting fires. And in their midst, these folks came in and caused violence. And it was very frustrating to those who believe this is a righteous cause, but don't want to see this violence. This violence is unacceptable to all of us from any source.
Just so I'm clear, Governor, because I feel like I need to address that with you right now. Your quote was, "This is news to me." You went on to say, "I haven't heard about it from any credible source." Nearly 2 days after CHOP happened, you're now saying you did know about CHOP.
Well, that's news to me, so I'll have to reserve any comment about it. I have not heard anything about that.
Listen, I can't tell. I knew about CHOP.
I knew about CHOP.
That's why we had state troopers ready to respond at the city's request. So if I made a misstatement, I made a misstatement. But clearly I did. That's why we sent troops. So this was something we did respond to Seattle's request. And
okay, we'll follow back up on that, sir. I'll give you time for rebuttal to Chief Culp.
Right. We currently have a governor that's very soft on crime. That's obvious. He doesn't know that crimes are being happened, that parts of Seattle have been taken over. And I saw him in that live conference. It was clear that he had no clue what was going on, or he was lying, or one or the other. And yes, he did send in the National Guard. You know, and we all have a right to peaceably assemble and speak our mind, right? That's our First Amendment right. But when it turns violent, when people start looting stores, when they light buildings on fire, cars on fire, and throw rocks and frozen water bottles at our police, that's no longer a First Amendment right. That's a crime. It's called rioting. And although the governor did send in troops, the National Guard, you know, because the governor is the commander-in-chief of the Washington State National Guard, he sent them in there at the request of local law enforcement, but he disarmed them before he sent them in. I will never, ever send our young men and women in uniform into a violent situation without the means to protect themselves and other people. That's what they're going in there for. And when people are committing crimes, the National Guard will assist the local law enforcement to arrest the criminals and put them in jail where they belong. And the rest of the people that are involved in it will be told to disperse because it is a riot. And if they do not disperse, they will be arrested as well. That's how you deal with crime. That's how you shut down a riot.
Well, that's news to me, so I'll have to reserve any comment about it. I have not heard anything about that.